Alright, welcome back, boys and girls. So, last episode we made coal power, and now we're running a bunch 600 megawatts per minute of power, and our max construction is 245. So we're sitting pretty. If you didn't see my setup of the coal generators, we are going to go down there to look at them because we're going to build a little steel preliminary factory just so we can get some steel pipes going and some steel beams and hopefully maybe some encased industrial beams. But other than that, so a couple things that I did do is I did let the computer run all night long, but I also set up a thing for modular frames. So we have a ton of modular frames, rotors, and everything else. So now we just need to move into steel. If we here, let's look at an assembler real quick. Oh, not assembler, sorry, constructor. We can. Oh, we have to unlock steel beams first. Let's do that first. Let's go see what that milestone is. Shouldn't be too bad with all the materials we have. So tier 3, basic steel production. Need modular frames, some rotors, and a little bit of other stuff. So take a stack of that. 2 stacks of those. Right here, might as well stop and get a couple of these. And then we just need wire. So let's go get some wire. Claim. Copper sheets or wires right here. So let's get a couple of those. All right, that should be enough to pump in. So let's see. Yep. We need a wire. There we go. Button down.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
So if you don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm just making a list because I kind of know what's over in that area. So looking at everything right now, all we're going to need is a couple of miners. So we'll make these real quick. These are fast, so it doesn't really matter. So, and then we need to grab some modular frames. So the new building we did get was the foundry. So this one can take in 2 ores and come out with some kind of alloy. So right now we're going to be making iron and coal into steel. So we're going to need foundries instead of smelters. And then steel beams and steel pipes come from constructors. And then eventually we're going to need assemblers because assemblers will be making stators, which will work with the rotors to make motors. And then encased industrial beam, we'll take concrete. That's why I added a couple constructors because we're going to need a concrete one, and I believe a wire one so to make stators. So let's finish getting what I need real quick. So I need some of these. We got a bunch of concrete so I can make something down there, so we should be good to go. I want to check one thing. I don't believe foundation-wise I have... Oh, I do have ramps. Never mind. We will be good. I was like, I might not be able to get up to where I want to get, but we have ramps, so we should be all right. So we're just going to run over here real quick. See you when I get there. Okay, now we're back at our coal plant. Here's a little sky view of it. We made this last time. Eventually I'm going to make it prettier, and it might even get torn up depending on where all my coal is and where I really need it, rather than right now I'm just doing it in the meantime because it's close. But there's a lot more coal and iron in this area. I want to double check if that one up there where you see that rock is whatchamacallit, a copper node. I forgot if there's copper here or not. It looks green, so yes. But I also need some food, so I'm gonna walk. Oh, here's some food right here. Perfect. Oh, it's a whole island of nice Berries. Oh, I grabbed leaves there. Okay, let's put that in that slot. Eat some of those up because that spider is still over here. I know he is. But yes, so what I want to do, I think, is just build it right here. Here, I'll back up a little bit. I'm going to make this a little above ground. Again, this is going to be definitely remade, so I'm not looking to be a part of my grid right now about it. There's a lot more food here, though, where this hog is. Yep. Jump up here real quick. Run over here, grab that. See ya, nerd. And grab the last one. See ya. And throw these leaves that I accidentally picked up. Alright, put that there, so a little building montage real quick, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So what I have done is I've linked up everything besides the other mines. I did the limestone one because it was right here. We'll probably have to do another quick montage why I kill things and do stuff like that. But so I've set it up so that this one will be end up making concrete, because eventually this one's going to come down and make encased beams. I need advanced steel production to be able to do that, but for right now, I have opened it up so I can. And then this one will be stators, which will be right here by rotors. It's the next part, and this will be making wire. So I know that there's 2 coal mines here, and then I believe up on that ridge there's an iron node. And then my copper's right there. So I'm going to do another building montage so we can get all these resources here. But so far, this is our setup for our little preliminary steel manufacturer. So let's get going. Okay, so I end up getting this is a double coal, which is normal. Should be running about 120 per minute. This is a pure iron node, should be 120. I think this copper is 122. Copper's not that big of a deal because I'm only running one machine out of it. So let's set up all of our stuff real quick and just talk over it. So copper to copper wire. Concrete for later. These don't have what I need yet, but these do. So one of them is going to be steel pipes. It's 30 per minute. I'm going to be getting 90, but I think the steel beams is 60. Yeah, it's 60, and what I say? 30, so I need 90 total, which this will put out 90 total, as long as I'm pumping 90 of each. Okay, so it's 1 to 1. Well, it's 2 to 1, but it's 1 to 1 what I'm putting in, so I should have enough for this. Eventually it's going to be hooked up over to there, and then all that, so I can start making steel beams and steel pipes, so I can do Mark III conveyor belts, because that's what the steel beams are used for. And the steel pipes are going to be used for stators, which will eventually give me motors, and I can do vehicles and all that stuff with motors. So the only other thing I need to do right now for this little base is run power. So, do I have any quaternium on me? How much per tower pole? 6. So I can make a couple of these. I think they'll cover this area at least. So let's see. Start nailing stuff together. Boom. And I'm gonna speed through this real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so all the power's connected. I just need connected to the main source. And this little steel factory should be up and running. So let's check it out. Connect this. That was not good. I think I have to attach it to the one that's down by this extractor down here. Because if not, I don't think this one's, yeah, that one's full. So let's pull there, and ooh, just one left over. Alright. So my miners are running. Everything's heading to steel. My max construction volume is 352, so I still have 248 to spare. So I'm not worried about, like, if I wanted to leave this running overnight, I don't have to worry about power stopping or anything like that. I should be covered through the night to be able to get a nice stockpile of steel pipes and steel beams for our next idea. But I'm going to let this run for a little bit so you can see the outcome and see how everything splits apart. So I'll be back here just a jiff as all this material is starting to fall in. Okay, so we got some steel ingots rolling around, so it seems to be working. I have this stuff going on. This is just going to fill up with copper, and the same with concrete over there. Just fine. It'll give us a nice little stockpile once we start shoving the beams and stuff over there, because we'll do the same. But also, one thing I did was I stacked some things on top so I can have more space. The reason I'm doing this is because I end up doing a sorting system. But what I do is I essentially make a giant warehouse floor. And what it is if you see these two stacked on top, the steel one is that size. So 2 of these stacked on top. I could do just these all over, but it just makes it look cleaner because it's meant to be that way. But that's why I'm going to be stockpiling these. On top of the steel beams are Mark III conveyors too, so we're going to need a lot of those as well. Especially once we start getting into Miner 2 and stuff like that. Right now, the 120 is covering us pretty good because the Mark 1 can only go up to 120, but without power slugs and stuff like that. So everything's efficient right now. Well, not 100%, but you understand what I mean. So I think that will be all for this episode. So if you can see what we're doing, we're making steel beams in this one. And then we got steel pipes in this one. Nice little quick setup. And just buy our power supply so we don't have to worry about it. And it's going to run all night and fill on up. On our next episode, we're probably going to be doing a little bit of base building. What I believe I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big base out in the water over there. So I have a lot of nice open space. And eventually everything will be funneled into it. So if you are interested in me building a little bit of a base, I don't know how far we'll get because I know I usually build them really big, but we can at least get a couple floors going. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, leave me a like or a thumbs up, and press that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And if you want to see any other games or have any advice that I haven't been sharing so far, just drop in a comment below. And also let me know if my audio is better. I mess around with the little things. I think my Satisfactory might be a little low on this one. I'll bump it up on the next. But my mic, I know in the past 2 videos, I cut out a lot. I changed some things on my mic. Just let me know, okay? Thank you guys and have a good day.